What's up, guys? Welcome back to a video on the channel. It's been a long time, been away quite a while, and if we're being perfectly honest, it's basically just because I stopped playing FIFA. My heart really wasn't in it anymore. I really had no desire to play. I was playing other games and things like that. But as we all know, with the hype with FIFA 19, we are definitely back. What you're looking at on the screen right now is a team that I put together after playing some games. Just kind of messing around with like a French team, a BPL team, some few other players. There are a lot of new modes in this FIFA. Really quickly, before we dive into this team, we are just going to go over a few of the new modes. So Squad Battles was new last year. Works the same as it did before. Rewards are a little bit worse, I believe, just because we now have a new mode. So Squad Battles is kind of your offline competition, whereas Division Rivals is now kind of your new competition. So I played my qualification games. You'll see those in another video, maybe tomorrow. Really didn't do very well. Lost my first three. I was really feeling like FIFA 19 wouldn't really be the game for me. But then came back and won my next two. So I believe I'm in Division 6. Can I see that here? Yeah, so I'm in Division 6. And then kind of your skill rating goes up and down. So I'm actually pretty close to Division 5. And this is kind of how you qualify for FUT Champs. FUT Champs is on now also weekly instead of monthly. There's a lot of other changes that I'm sure you've heard about by this point. If you haven't, let me know in the comment section. I can dedicate a video to that. But really what I wanted to talk to you guys about was a starter squad. Now, I'm just going to go over cost of this first. Now, as you can see, some of these players have 0 games played. I'm recording this intro before I've played any games with this team, and I just want to talk to you guys. The reason I'm doing that is I want to talk to you guys about why I'm putting this together, why I put this team together the way I did. The obvious thing is for our goalkeeper, Casteels from Wolfsburg. He's a first owner card. We packed him. I figured I'd use him. He's also 6'6", and the more I look at him, the more I think, hey, he might not be a bad goalkeeper with 3 stats. The 3 of the 4 relevant stats above 80. Speed is always going to be low on goalkeepers, and then kicking isn't really something that's super important. But with 83 diving, 83 reflexes, 81 positioning, I think he could do a pretty good job. We move over to right back, another first owner card. Although there's not a ton of right backs in the Bundesliga as I was looking. Rafinha will do a job. His physical is not really what I'm to be where I would like it to be, but his ball skills aren't bad with his dribbling and passing. His crossing is pretty good at 78. His dribbling is actually very good kind of across the board. And you can see those little +5s. That's because he's on a basic chemistry style. And so you'll notice kind of what his stats are in addition to the way chemistry works this year. There's a lot of information out about chemistry. I will be going into it at some point, just not right this second, because this is a starter team. We're not throwing chemistry styles on most of these players because they're not going to be with us in another couple of weeks, right? We move over to Benjamin Pavard, who had a fantastic World Cup for France, scored one of the goals of the tournament, in my opinion. Does have 71 pace, as well as 71 dribbling, which good ball skill, and 71 passing. Really good ball skills and pace for a center back. His defending is 81, with 84 interceptions, 85 marking, 81 stand tackle. So all really good stats there. His physicals aren't bad either, with that 86 jumping. So he might be a threat for corners or defending or attacking them. So far, I've really enjoyed using him. I went with John Anthony Brooks. This was the first player I purchased for this team. Now, I purchased him partly because he's American, right? And, I'm American, so there's always going to be a little bit of a soft spot here. The other reason was he is left-footed, and he's 6'4". Both really good attributes for a left-sided center back, right? I like my left-sided center backs to be left-footed when possible. He also does have pretty good overall pace, sprint speed a lot better than his acceleration, but that's fine. And his defending is really good with all stats above 80 as well, and his strength being another key statistic, so that's really nice. His passing is also pretty good too, with his short and long passing both above 70, which is really what you need from a center back. We move over to Plattenhart. Plattenhart was yet another first owner player. But I do like the way he looks. He is medium, so he won't bomb forward like some fullbacks will. He has decent pace to get back, up and back when he needs to. Does have fantastic crossing, 89 crossing with 87 curve. That's definitely going to be something to come in handy because I feel like crossing might be a good way to play in this year's FIFA. His dribbling pretty good. His ball control good as well. And defensively, he's solid as well. 78 stand tackle, 77 slide tackle with 76 marking. He's not blowing anybody away with his defensive ability, but he should be able to get the job done for a pretty cheap team. Now, I'm going to add up our 5 men at the back. For us, costs us nothing. Nothing, 700, nothing. I don't think any of these players are going for above 1,000 coins. So at absolute maximum, I'm going to call this back line about 1,000 coins at the time I'm buying this, which is pretty much a couple of hours before this video is going to go live. We move into the middle. I'm going to start with Mario Götze because I don't like the look of this card other than the 4-star, 4-star. He's got good dribbling, he's got good passing, but his pace isn't good, his shooting's not great, his physicality is terrible. I mean, his strength is 68. He's going to get pushed off the ball a lot, I fear. Now, I want him to prove me wrong, believe me. And he might be shifty enough with that 87 agility, 85 balance that he can get through tackles, or around tackles rather than through them. Really good ball control as well. And he is a good passer of the ball with that 86 vision, 87 short pass, 82 long pass. His shooting stat is driven up by volleys and penalties. His finishing and his long shots and his shot power are really all not great, so I don't see him as a shooter. He's going to be more of a creator, but he's only in the team because he's a first owner. I wouldn't have put him in otherwise. We'll look at Charles Aranguiz. I like the look of this card. Any card in the central midfield that has every base stat above a 70 is going to be a good card to look at in the first couple of weeks of the game. And Aranguiz has that with the 72 pace, 71 shooting, 81 passing, 78 dribbling, and 71 defending, and 72 physical, right? So his strength, again, not the best, but he kind of makes up for it with just the great all-around stats in other areas. He's got that 87 stamina, so you'll never really have to sub him out. Good defensive stats as well, at least serviceable for a central midfielder. And then he's good on the ball, and he's very good passer of the ball, 84 short pass, 83 long pass. So I'm looking forward to using him. And then we have this guy, Bobbin, something like that. I apologize. Not really a great pronouncer of names. But look at his pace of 77. Very good for CDM. We are using him as a central midfielder, but in that kind of defensive, and I think we're going to tell him to stay back while attacking as well to kind of hold him in that defensive position. But really great physically with that 83 strength, 85 aggression. He'll kind of be the boss of the midfield, hopefully. That's my idea, with that 80 stand tackle and 79 marking and 79 interceptions as well. But he's also a pretty good dribbler and can pass the ball around as well with that 78 short pass, 74 long pass. So we move over to our attacking trio. Oh, actually, I didn't want to show you the prices of these guys real quick. 950 coins. And 650 coins, so basically discard price, or if not just above 800 coins on the other hand for Sabitzer, so kind of in that same vein, but he's much more attacking with that 80 pace, that 80 shooting, 74 passing, 79 dribbling. He'll really get forward at you, and the good thing about him is even though he's pretty small at 5'10", he has high work rates, which is also good. He'll be able to work up and down the field, got the stamina to go with it at 84. And he's got good strength, despite, you know, being a little bit smaller than some of the other guys on the pitch. I like his long shots as well, really good for a cam. And 81 attack positioning is very good for a cam as well. So he'll hopefully just keep popping up in the right positions. I used him a lot, last year, and that kind of contributed. I want to talk about Rebic first. I did buy Rebic for 850 coins. Great pace, 87 sprint speed, 83 acceleration. That's awesome. Good shot power. Good volleys. Volleys are good in this game. I don't know how much that'll help us, but 79 finishing is nothing to sneeze at either, and that could go up with chemistry cards, as we had mentioned earlier. Not very good passing, so I don't expect him to set up a lot of goals, but good dribbling, so he can run with the ball if he's played through, and good strength to hold off players as well. As far as Bundesliga striking options, there's not a lot past say, Lewandowski. Obviously up top, and then you've got behind him Timo Werner, and then this guy Playa. So you look at his stats, 83 pace, which is similar to Rebic, but better shooting, a little bit better shooting. Yeah, 2 better shooting, if I can go to the right guy. 2 better shooting with that good attacking positioning as well. 81 finishing, good shot power and long shots. His passing is much better than Rebic's as a strike partner. His dribbling is very good as well, and his physical is not bad either. 77 strength, should be able to hold off most players. Does have 4-star skill moves, only a 3-star weak foot, which is a little bit disappointing, but apparently he's very highly valued. I got him for 2.7. I think he'll go up as more people get the game on Friday, but as of right now, I think that's a price I'm happy to pay. I'll sell him on if he ever gets above that 3K mark. So that's the team. I know I took a good long while going over that, but this is a really good starter team from the Bundesliga with very capable, solid players in every position, and it's really not going to cost you more than 10K. You're not paying more than 1,000 coins per position, except for maybe this playa, but you're going to kind of make it up in the rest of the spots. So you're never going to pay more than, if you're careful about buying, more than, say, 10 to 12K for this team. And I think everybody should be able to make 10 to 12K within a day or two of FIFA. And this could be a team that you go through division rivals with, get some rewards, and build up to the weekend league. So I'm going to hand you over to my future self, who will be back with you after playing some of these some games with this team and showing you the highlights. Thanks. All right, guys. So here's some gameplay with this cheap Bundesliga team. You'll see I start off with a goal right away. I'm actually showing you some offline play first. 2 games in squad battles on Legendary. So it is a bit of a challenge, but you'll see I scored from across there. Gotze, of all people, who I was kind of talking down in the intro to this, was the one who took it down. I left a bunch of saves in from Castiles. I was very impressed with him, and he is very cheap. He's big, gets to a lot of things that smaller goalkeepers might not get to. And I was actually just very, very impressed with his level of play. You see, we play a nice over-the-top through ball this year on that play. Plea not able to score, but does take a nice little volley there. That was so close. That that timed finesse from the top of the box. You can actually see it like hit the post right at the end of this replay. Again, from Gotze, making things happen. It does just nick the post there and doesn't quite curl in. But again, I wanted to show a little bit more on the defensive area of the squad. Tackling is weird this year. A lot of balls will just like bounce around, but again, Castiles really aggressive, able to grab a lot of balls that other goalkeepers may not always get to. So I really liked him. He's one of my favorite players in the squad. I like Rebic a lot too. He does score a goal a little bit later. On in these highlights, but we kind of really controlled a lot of games. We possessed the ball nicely, we worked the ball around the top. Look at this goal that's coming up from Aranguiz here. He timed finish, actually I was late on it, wow, but it still manages to go in because he is a good player with pretty good ball skills. Again, another cross from Plattenhardt, and again, I take it down before I do that first time finish. I just feel like in certain cases that's a little bit easier to do, a little bit safer to do. I do show you these teams now because we are moving into the online games. I will just show you the goals that I scored with this team. I will say I'm still getting used to FIFA 19, so I didn't score a ton of goals. I let up plenty of goals, but that is no knock on this team. That's a knock on me. All in all, I'm really happy with this team. Would I replace any of the players? Not for starter value. I actually really liked this team. I think it worked well together. I was very happy with the center back pairing. I think maybe Rafinha at right back is probably your weakest link. I thought Plattenhardt was really good because of that crossing we discussed before. He did have a couple assists. I thought our strike force was very good. I thought Saboteur was very good. I thought all across the midfield we were very solid as well. They were able to get back and defend and then get forward and create. So it worked out quite nicely. We steal a goal here at the end of this game, deep into stoppage time. That was nice. Nice to get there. And as we go into this final game, I just want to say, again, I recommend this team for the first couple of weeks of FIFA. It's cheap. it's under 10 to 12K, depending on when you buy and how careful you are. And it'll get things done. It's a narrow formation, but those fullbacks really come down the side. I was talking about Rafinha, and here's an assist from him. Although Rebic does finish the goal there. Again, I was saying I liked him. But that'll pretty much wrap up the video for me. So I hope you guys are excited for videos to be back on the channel. As always, leave any questions, comments, concerns down in the comment section below. Really looking forward to getting back into this, getting back in touch with you guys, and playing a lot of FIFA this year. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later.